All right, so Milos Sarcev put this post up on Instagram, and it got a shitload of attention, and I don't know if everyone understands why Milos put this up in the first place. George Farah, throughout his entire career as a bodybuilder, as a coach, as a writer for muscular development, on the forums, everywhere, has always talked about how high-protein diets are important for bodybuilders to use to build muscle and repair. He always was a believer and an advocate of using high-protein diets with bodybuilding. Now, recently, he changed his tune a little bit. He's been saying now that high-protein diets lead to kidney and liver failure and renal toxicity.
So last time we spoke, you kind of anti-sugar now, right? You're saying that sugar can actually potentially cause cancer. I've seen some of your videos lately, and I feel like you're also saying that potentially a lot of animal protein can also cause cancer.
If you go more than 25% of your daily caloric intake from protein, you're going to have some type of... They can laugh at me or do whatever they want. It's been proven, for longevity, it's not good to have more than 25% animal protein.
So, that affects bodybuilders because they eat a lot of animal protein, obviously, right?
George Farah, as of late, has been talking about like 1 or 2 research papers that came out saying that high-protein diets lead to renal toxicity. Now, this all just started after he got cured of cancer. Now, I don't know if that is why he started talking about this. Maybe he read something or believes that something happened to him because of this. I don't know. But it's just very bizarre as of late why all of a sudden he's changed his tune about high-protein diets.
But what I'm trying to tell you is I found out because of my kidney problem years ago, 20 years ago, I didn't need that much. Bro, you don't really need that much. That's why I took somebody like Kai, 290 to 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He's getting about like 1 gram plus per pound. But not like these guys want to do like 600 grams. For what? There is a reason a lot of the bodybuilders, they have kidney problems. What's the reason? The use of anabolic and high protein intake. Period.
High-protein diets have been studied for way longer than I've been alive, and I've never seen these type of research papers come out that George Farah is talking about or referring to. And if they did come out, you're talking about an anomaly, or maybe he was prone to renal toxicity. You don't know all of that when you look at these papers. Now, Milos put up this picture of his logbook from when he was competing and shows he ate a high protein diet for 18 fucking years as a pro bodybuilder and has no renal toxicity. Now, I'm not saying everyone's going to have the same result as him, because obviously that's not true either. But at least a coach is backing up what he believes in and preaches to his athletes. George Farah does this all the time. This is not the first time George Farah has done something like this. All BS narrative like, oh, you can't absorb it, you're going to shit it out. Try it and then tell me what happens. Do it for 6 months. A high protein diet. Whatever you were doing before, add 25, 35% on top of it and tell me you don't build muscle, because you're going to build muscle. I promise you, because I've done it, and that's why Chad preaches this. That's why Milos Sarcev preaches this. That's why Hani Rambod likes high-protein diets. Everybody that's a guru that knows what they're talking about preaches moderate to high-protein diets. Coaches like George, or anyone else that believes in low, moderate protein diets, has no problem telling you, allegedly, to take chemicals, PEDs, at whatever amount to make sure you're building muscle, right? Because that's not liver and kidney toxic, but oh, the high protein, you got to be careful with that. No, that's really fucking dangerous. We don't want to go there. Let's just take more gear to overcompensate for the low protein. No, you dumbasses, you need to eat high protein. I'm sorry. Now, I think a major problem with a lot of bodybuilders, and I got stuck in this way, was just eating animal sources of protein. You don't have to eat just chicken and beef and steak and eggs. There's plenty of places to get your protein from. Lentils, quinoa, beans, eggs, tofu, chickpeas, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, almonds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, green peas, fish, milk, tuna, peanuts, salmon. There is a laundry list of things to get protein from. You don't have to eat the traditional chicken breast and steak and ground beef that tastes like shit and egg whites. You don't have to stick to the same foods every day. You can have a variety. You can make